Good day, peer members. Early on in the peer WhatsApp group, I enlisted or recruited you guys' help to help me tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're doing the math diagnostic for iReady. Last week, we did the reading diagnostic for iReady at Dome International School. And tomorrow will be important in that we will be giving parents the reports of their student results tomorrow. And there will be paper reports so that they can take home with them. And I need your help tomorrow with just flow of traffic and basically interfacing with the parents. And for some parents who need help, and the reports are pretty easy to read, but kind of explaining the reports to the parents. On the screen here, you'll see a sample of the parent report. I'm obviously covering the student's complete name, so for privacy purposes. And I'm going to explain this report to you. It's pretty self-explanatory, as you can probably see. You guys are very smart. So basically, Dome International School, I need you to come around 8:45 to 9 o'clock tomorrow. The first exam is at 9 o'clock, but I think we'll be able to handle that pretty well. Basically, they'll take the math diagnostic tomorrow, and as the students finish the diagnostic, we're going to ask the parents to go to the report center and to get their reports, and the parents are pretty anxious about that. We'll already have the reading reports, this report that you see now, printed, and then we will, the parent will go stand in the line, stand in queue, as the Brits will say, and we will print out the math report for them. Basically, again, I need some people to kind of just stand by in the report center and basically just help the parents understand the reports. The reports are very easy. You guys are very smart. As you can see, each report is about 2 to 3 pages long. Excuse me. But the main area that we really want to focus in is right here. This tells them that when they took the test, okay, and basically this is the range. Right here is where the student should be. Okay, the student should be in this range here. Okay, and unfortunately, this student is not in a range. So he's not that far off. He looks like he's second semester, second grade. All right, so he just needs a little push, and we probably can get him there. And on this left-hand box right here, 2 columns, these are the domains that the student was tested on for reading. Phonological, so basically his overall reading performance is 3rd grade. He was also tested in phonological awareness. He tested that out on that. Phonics, he's approaching grade 3. Not at grade 3 yet, so he needs some extra help to get there on that domain. Frequency of words, high frequency words, he actually tested out on. Vocabulary, again, is not at level, just slightly below, as indicated here. Comprehension, literature, this is probably where he did the worst. Not probably, he did. This was a challenge for the student, and we really need to focus on this. So on the interesting thing is what we're going to ask for. In this case, we're going to ask the parent rather, to enroll that student in the iReady Charity Academy to especially help them out with comprehension literature. Okay, all these domains, but especially comprehension literature, because the first thing they will see in the iReady instruction is comprehension literature, because this was their weak suit right here. So just so you understand, they've taken the diagnostic. This is the results of the diagnostic test. The diagnostic actually speaks to the instruction. Okay, and based on the diagnostic, the iReady program will create a plan for this student. And the first thing they will see is the comprehension literature, because he did or she did the worst. This was their weakest point. Okay, so they won't see phonological awareness or high frequency words. If they do, it'll be at the end of the actual modules, the complete end, because they actually tested out. and then the next thing they will see once they work a couple months on comprehension literature, or a couple modules rather on comprehension literature, they will see phonics, vocabulary, and then also comprehension information text will be the last thing they see. Not the last thing, but the third last thing, because the last thing they will see, well, actually they won't see phonological and high frequency words at all. So comprehension information text will be the last thing they see. So the first thing they see would be comprehension literature, and then phonics, some vocabulary, and then let's see, comprehension information text. Okay, comprehension literature, because this is what they was weakest on, or they scored lowest on the diagnostic, and then phonics and vocabulary, because they weren't on level, and then they may or may not see some comprehension information text. They most definitely won't see phonological awareness or high frequency words, because they actually tested out on that. So that's how the instruction, and this will be over the course of several modules, over the course of several months. Okay, so that's how the test actually works. The diagnostic actually speaks to the instruction. This is what makes MAPS. This is the advantage that iReady has over MAPS, is that it has the instructional piece, which from many perspectives, that's the most important piece. Okay, so that's basically all we have to explain to the parents. There's some other information there that explains to the parents. You can read that to the parents if you want. It talks about the student skills and how they performed on the diagnostic. I'm not going to scroll down because they'll reveal the student's name, and we want to give the students some privacy in this regard. So again, I need you around 8 o'clock. It's going to be around 8:45, 9 o'clock tomorrow. The first set of students test at 9, but I think we'll be okay. So I don't need you super early tomorrow. And then as parents, as the students finish taking their math assessment or diagnostic, we're going to send them over to the report center, print out that math report. The reading report will already be printed out because I actually have it here. You see that it says parent reports. So I'll print it in a couple minutes. We'll have that ready for the parents. We'll put it in a nice envelope for them, and we keep it moving. So pretty easy. Those volunteers will help me out tomorrow. What I'll do is we'll set up a time at a later date, get you iReady certified, and so you can go out and do some training with iReady and work with me, hopefully in the iReady Academy. Okay, and then I'll also treat you to lunch tomorrow. So my whole point is try to make this under 10 minutes. I'm at 8:10 now. Thank you. Be someone's champion. Again, Dome International School, exit 5, right behind the Harley Davidson motorcycle shop, which is across the street from Jareer on exit 5. Pretty famous Jareer, right? Pretty easy to get to. Okay? You come to the boys section, and there will be 2 computer labs going simultaneously to keep the flow of the students moving. All right? Thank you very much. If you have any additional questions, just WhatsApp me. Thank you. Be someone's champion. Peace.